Welcome to the Daily Office Devotions. I'm Reggie Kidd, and I'm glad to be with you today from the gallery of the Cathedral Church of St. Luke in Orlando, Florida. Thank you for joining me on this Thursday of the fifth week of Easter. Some brief musings on today's psalm, Psalm 71, highlighted by wisdom from Matthew chapter 6. The compilers of the Psalter arranged the 150 songs into 5 books, probably to mirror in rough fashion the structure of the 5 books of Moses. The second book has Psalm 71 as its next to last psalm. Most of David's own psalms lie within the Psalter's first 2 books, Psalms 1 through 41 and Psalms 42 through 72. For the most part, Psalms 1 through 72 are songs that recall King David's trust in the midst of trials. The editors of the Psalter crowned David's psalms with today's lovely Psalm 71, although this one is not specifically attributed to David. Composed by an old man who sees his life following a pattern like David's, this anonymous psalm writer has experienced similar deliverances. Some of the imagery of this psalm mirrors Psalm 22. Like David, he plays the lyre. Like David, he determines to close out his life on a note of thankful praise. He wants to bequeath to the next generation a legacy of faithfulness and hope. And now that I am old and gray-headed, O God, do not forsake me till I make known your strength to this generation and your power to all who are to come. Psalm 71, verse 18. It's wonderful that the Bible has room for a psalm like Psalm 71. It's kind of an old person's psalm. Its composer has had a long walk with the Lord, but now feels his strength ebbing. Forsake me not when my strength fails, verse 9b. It's important to know this psalm is here, even for a young person, even if for now it's going to get filed away for later. The day will come when the fear of being cast off in my old age becomes real, verse 9a. And can any of you, by worrying, add a single hour to your span of life? So do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will bring worries of its own. Today's trouble is enough for today. Matthew chapter 6, verses 27 and 34. And be not therefore anxious for the morrow will be anxious for itself, is how an older version renders the middle part of this saying of Jesus. There is an artfulness here that I relish. I can almost see the perceptive semi-smile on Jesus' face as he says it, especially the punchline, sufficient unto the day is the evil thereof. Jesus is telling us to take ourselves less seriously and instead to take more seriously the Lord's ability to handle our troubles infinitely better than we could ever handle them ourselves. I'm grateful for the soft reminder. Meanwhile, he says, we can pay attention to the things that matter to him. Seek first the kingdom. And then to paraphrase, and by the way, when you do that, all the other stuff you've been worrying about, it'll get taken care of too. There's a sense in which the Psalms are a blueprint for how to handle the things that create fear within us. David and this psalmist continue to imagine themselves safe and protected within a strong and formidable castle against which outside enemies cannot prevail. Their unwavering trust in God for protection for justice, for consolation, and for joy is the wondrous result of a long relationship of seeking the one who is the kingdom. Jesus says to us, bring it to me. Bring it all to me. I've got this. May you be blessed this day.